for instance, you have 3 girls, you're a guy. You have 3 women that are God-fearing in the church. 3 women that are of good character in the church. 3 women that are beautiful in the church. How do you know among these 3?
This can be confusing.
Yes, it can be confusing. So how do you know among those 3 who is your soulmate? First of all, you want to seek for godly confirmation.
Getting a soulmate that you spend the rest of your life with can be an amazing experience. But you know, sometimes it can be difficult to identify the person that would be the right match for you. If you're in this category and you want to find that out, do well to hang on, because we're going to be treating that topic today on our Friday relationship show. We have on set with us to do justice to this topic Sister Mercy Chepaka. She is the CEO of Ask Mercy Relationship and Career Affairs. She'll do justice to this topic. If you're new to our session, try to click the subscribe button, try to hit the notification button, and do us a mail. Tell us how we can be of service to you. Today we are going to be treating the topic with title 3 signs to look out for in your would-be soulmate. Sister Mercy, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
All right, so we're very inquisitive to find out what are the 3 signs that a person should check out, because it can be really difficult sometimes to identify the person you want to spend the rest of your life with, because it is said that the person we pick to spend the rest of our life with can determine the course of our life, either it be positive or negative. So we want to do well to check out for the right signs that every young person should look out for before they finally decide to say, I do. What are the signs we should be looking out for?
Okay, signs to look out for to ensure you have met your soulmate. The first thing I will talk about here is we cannot talk about meeting a soulmate or having someone you want to spend the rest of your life with if you remove a particular factor, and that is the God factor. I will always say, if you're a child of God, you're a Christian, ensure you are married to a Christian. So you want to first of all make sure that the person you want to entangle yourself with is God-fearing. Number 1, seek for godly confirmation. Involve God inside this matter, because I always say marriage can either make you or break you. It can either destroy you or elevate you. The number 1 decision you will make in life is when it comes to choosing your partner. After God, that's the second best decision you will make. So involve God. Now, some people will be saying, how do I know this person is my soulmate? God spoke to me, or I saw like this, or I did like this, or this and that. No, I'm not saying God cannot speak to you through here. There are ways God can confirm to you if someone is your soulmate. Number 1, you can get spiritual confirmation about someone being your soulmate or not through the word of God.
Okay.
Number 1, through the word of God. Now, let's say you're praying for this person. Through his word, as you're going through the scriptures or the word, God can speak to you. For instance, he might tell you, go, I will be with you always. You've gotten a word.
Okay.
While also the place of prayer to have this godly confirmation as regards this person, the Lord can speak to you, and then through his word, and then you hear something like, there is a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof is what? Destruction. He's telling you that this thing you're looking at, for instance, if you're the guy, this girl is fine, you know, she has everything, but this person you want to choose, this person is looking fine, but the end is what? Destruction.
Okay, so what about for people that think about signs? Because a lot of people be like, that's what they call a fleece or a sign that you should check out for. If I see this sign, it means that this is the right person. Can we actually work with signs to identify the right person that we'll be with?
See, I've had outrageous signs. Some persons will say, they'll go and call somebody's name and say, if butterfly fly like this, that means Nkechi is my soulmate. That means those are outrageous. If my leg hit a stone, let's say you're really going out and then your leg now hits the stone, not for sign. Or we hit our legs on the stone all the time. Okay. That does not mean that person is your soulmate.
Wow.
It doesn't at all. So first of all, we are looking at 3. The number 1, under the spiritual confirmation, you can pray and then God can reveal to you through dreams. But you have to be very careful, especially when it comes to the dream thing, because not one you're going to be thinking about a man, thinking about a woman, you go and dream about them. You say, God has spoken to me that she's my soulmate. No, you can also have an inner knowing. You just know that this person is the person.
Okay. So
you can't just place. So this is another sign. You can't just place your hand on it. You have this inner feeling. No, this person is your soulmate.
All right. So you're trying to tell us that the signs, because different people can interpret signs differently, we should not really base just on signs, right?
Yes.
So can we go to the second thing that we should look out for?
Fine. The second thing we should look out for is compatibility.
Okay.
This person, compatibility and connection, this person syncs with you on diverse levels. This person waters your growth. This person seeks after your betterment. This person is there to support you. You cannot just place it, but you have never had this with any other person. But with this person, everything is on point.
Okay, that's like saying the person likes you for who you
The
are.
person
right?
likes you for who you are, accepts you for who you are. The person supports your growth. This person, it's just as if they merge both of you together. This person understands your love language on every level. This person understands you even on the intimate level. Things you can't even talk to someone. And you become vulnerable with this person. Vulnerability is also a sign. Not everyone is vulnerable with a partner.
Okay.
But you are ready to open up. You can tell this person you're good, bad, and ugly, and they are not judgmental.
Okay, so you're talking about you being real, like the person loves you for who you are.
Exactly.
So there are situations where you get to meet a person, and with the excitement of the new relationship, you're always like faking a lot of things. She's coming, let me try to arrange this one. And within the process of dating, the person never gets to know the real you. And the person seems to be loving that fake you that the person is seeing, right?
Yeah.
So what should people do, and how should people probably position themselves rightly to be able to make their partner or their would-be to see the real them, right? To be able to know that this is the person that I'm dating, rather than going to find out when you're in marriage with the person.
That is why, see, you cannot just take one sign and work on.
Okay.
You cannot just take one sign. That's why you bring in the spiritual confirmation aspect of it. God, see, somebody cannot be fake for too long. You cannot just say, okay, people pretend. People can live a fake life. People can do all those things. But then when you add the spiritual confirmation to that, it gives you. And then the last one, which is the third one, I think that should answer that one. That is another sign you want to check in your soulmate. Do you have inner peace?
Okay.
Inner peace is a factor. This person can be good in all aspects, but you know inside of you, your peace factor is disrupted. That is God trying to tell you something. Do not marry somebody you don't have peace with. If you don't have peace with this man, you don't have peace with this woman, no matter what they do not marry them. Because perfect love casted fear and doesn't have chaos with it.
Okay, so you're talking about you having an inner peace, right? So there are situations whereby you get to meet a person, but you have peace with the person. But when you leave the person, for instance, you're with me, I'm dating you, and we're in a relationship. Whenever I'm with you, we're conversing, I seem to have peace. But when I leave you and I'm on my own trying to reason the relationship, I seem to have a lot of confusion in my mind. Is it that is because of my thoughts of the future, or the fears I've had, or the stories or information I've gotten about bad relationship that's causing that fear, or is actually a sign that you're not the right person for me? I don't know if you get that.
I get it. See, it's a sign that person is not the right person for you.
Okay.
Because, see, when you meet your soulmate, no matter the bad relationships you've had in the past, no matter what you have conceived or what has molded you to this kind of person, even if those conflicting ideas want to come into your mind, or the fear inside of you, you still have the peace somewhere.
Okay.
You find out that you've not noticed this with anyone. You find out that with every other person is magnified, but with this person you have this inner peace. And sometimes that thing you're seeing people doing, as in they are together, everything is going well, it's not the real peace. Sometimes you might just be dying because of the person's physical characteristics. The number one point we said, confirmation. Get a spiritual confirmation. The number 2 point, we say you're going to have an extraordinary connection with this person. You sync, you align.
The person trying to like the real you.
The real
you.
you. For the first time you see someone who understands you, speaks your love language, someone you're vulnerable with, someone you can just flow with, somebody that you sync with,
No,
somebody you
can have to struggle about
you don't struggle about it. And then the last one, this one is the sign you should not take it for granted at all. Inner peace. The inner peace factor is a big factor, a big sign. See, a lot of persons will go into marrying somebody they don't have peace. See, God speaks to you through your heart sometimes.
Yeah.
With the peace factor. You might find out that this person does everything okay, but when you go home, your peace is disrupted. You can't just place it. There is something. People pretend a lot. For instance, you meet this person is pretending to love you, to buy you stuff, to speak your language and everything. But then as you involve God in the process, you pray and say, God, who is this person? You find that your peace is disrupted. Do not go ahead. That is God trying to unveil or mark something you don't know about.
All right. So I stumbled on a research that was done some time ago, where it was a counselor that was actually seeing his experiences while he was trying to counsel people in their marriage.
Okay.
He said majority of the people he met that 90% of people who had issues in their marriage,
Okay.
he normally asks them a question. He said he normally asks them, this relationship you went into, before you went into the relationship, did you have this, or did you have a confirmation from your heart that this was it? He said 90% of every failed marriage he asked said they've never had peace in their mind, right?
But they went ahead.
Yes. The 10%,
Just to answer married.
Yes, 10% said they never had peace, but they went ahead. But the 90% said they had the signs that there was not going to be peace, but they just went ahead. So what he's trying to say is that there's this inner peace that cannot be disrupted by anything. And this,
people don't listen to that.
Yes, and this necessarily doesn't have to do with what the person does or how perfect the person is.
Exactly.
Right? It has to do with your feel like this. This I really
you see, you can't even place it, but it's an inner knowing. There's an inner feeling. See, it's just there. It's something you need to understand and experience for yourself.
Yeah,
you find out that with the past persons you've been in a relationship with, you've not had this. But this one, you're just calm, even in the midst of every storm around. Even in the midst of every chaos, you have peace with this person. Wow. That peace is good.
So for me, I like to see this to be the first one, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, because truth is, when you have peace, everything flows, right? So viewers, you've heard it. If you're new to our station, do well to click the subscribe button, because every Friday we do this here. Messi is always here to do justice to these topics, and you never can tell when and how you will need this knowledge in your lifetime. That 10-15 minutes of time you will spend here will do you a great deal. Ensure you do well to subscribe. Ensure you do well to tell us what your comment is. Tell us what your thoughts are about what we've discussed, and we're going to be here to always serve you. Thank you so much for joining us today on the show. My name is Mary Fariba, and we had on the show Mr. Messi Chebaka.
Thank you.
Bye for now.
Bye.